Have you heard of XGIMI? Have you heard of these guys here, XGIMI or XGIMI? I'm going to call them XGIMI. Of course you have, because you watch my channel, silly. This is a company that specializes in projectors, and not your generic whatever, $40 projector that barely does anything. These guys are Halo level, top end, very, very, very high quality products. These are the type products that, if you want an excellent product this is the brand that you're going to be looking at if you want top of the line. Like, you're really getting into top of the line projector type technologies. They make all kinds of stuff, 4K, true 4K projectors. They make things like this as well, which is a portable on the go projector. Look at how freaking cool that is. And we'll put all the accessories together. So just the product itself, 1,146 grams. It's pretty light. It's like 2.5 pounds. I guess the remote, it's like whatever, nothing. The carrying case, we can put it in. We'll just set it on top for now. So that's with the carrying case itself, 1,600. Controller, this little guy here, the little optical filter. This is a completely optional thing, but you can take it with you. You're at 18,119. Of course, there's the stand too. This is a metal stand. We'll just measure on its own. But I mean, if you're taking the metal stand with you, I guess, sure. But yeah, it's a couple pounds basically. Big metal stand, obviously. Nice. Okay, so that's pretty good. I mean, it's relatively portable. The whole setup here is like, what were we at, like 5 pounds or something like that? 5.5 pounds, maybe 6. So not bad for, a full portable setup. But let's look at the product here. So this is the HDMI there, and USB-A for just doing media directly. So that's, you can plug, those are your ins there, I guess I'd call it. Very cool. That's the power, right? So you have your charging there. Fan on the top, because of course it does have to cool itself. So the exhaust is going to come out there. And then to kind of open it, it looks like a prop from a space movie. It's like a Batman signal, right? And then the bat signal comes out. Or, if you're using it to like spot enemy planes that are flying overhead. Yeah, so you can do that. And then the speakers are built into here. I'm not going to take this off, but it is built into there. Rubberized feet on the bottom, very nice. And then you do get your mounting spot there. So this is a really cute little product. Let's leave it like that because it looks super cool. Let's look at the controller. It's just going to be a nice little controller there. Okay, and we'll test this after. This is just for mood lighting, I guess I'd call it, so that this thing isn't, just doing nothing. You can turn it into some different effects there. Little USB-C, you see? Obviously it's metal, little accents there. These are the feet here that are going to open up. So the portability aspect, this you're going to plug into a wall, for example. You can just run it basically off wall power or whatever. But this here, for example, has charge right in the actual base there. So so it makes it truly portable, right? So you don't have to. You can use this in your house and just set it up and just plug it into the wall. Just get a USB, plug it into the wall, and away you go. Permanent power. But if you're actually taking it on the go, there's actually a battery built into the hand here, which is super cool, so that you can have ongoing power as you're going. So basically what you would end up doing is you would go like this. You'd go out into here, plug that into there, right? If this is plugged in permanently, then you would just plug in whatever USB-C you have like that there. Right, it's charging. Okay, so let's go over to another room, and I'm going to get this set up, and we'll start testing this thing out. I'm pretty excited because the last XGIMI product that I tested was extremely high quality. It just fits anyway, basically. Yeah, it just fits in, basically. Here. Look at that. I'm ready to go watch some movies, and in my case, play some games. Of course, there's a few options here you can come through. You can just get the MoGo 3 itself here. Of course, you can get the power base stand, which, you don't have to, but I think it's pretty sweet, to be honest. It only actually doesn't add that much. It does add, I guess, like $80. But you get a cool stand, which is probably worth 50 to 60 bucks anyways, especially being all metal. And then it has a built-in power source, so that's pretty sweet. So I'd probably just get that, honestly, realistically. So you can see here you do get all of the all the authorized apps, which you'll see. I'll test them out. They're all authorized. You get full, HD content, and that you're not getting the weird versions. It's 450 lumens, which is pretty bright, and this is very important for me. 90% DCI-P3. That's like as good as my monitor, which is like an expensive, like $600 monitor. right? So I mean, that's pretty impressive. Real 1080p, not, you do get these other settings here, which we'll get into a little bit later in the video. I don't want to spoil too much about this here. You get Harman Kardon speakers as well, so you're going to notice when we get further in. If we come down a little bit further here, you can see the LED as a source, so it's not going to be like a generic bulb, which is going to give you 25,000 hours of expected lamp life. That is 1,000 days, slightly over 1,000 days. So that's like running this thing for like almost 3 years, nonstop, 24 hours a day, and never turning it off. Like, I mean, how much that you're not going to use, you're not going to burn this thing out. Like, even if you did 8 hours a day, what is that? And that's a lot. Let's just say for some reason you did 8 hours a day, use it as like a monitor or something like that. You're still looking at what, 10 years? 16 gigabytes built-in storage. Of course, you can hook up a USB as well. Wi-Fi 5, Bluetooth 5.1, very good. It says that it runs at under 32, which is like ambient. I'm recording this after the video, this little portion here, and this thing is silent. Let's put it that way. Like, if you put your ear on it, you could hear this fans, but 32 is like, that's how noisy my room is. So let's jump into the review here and set it up. Okay, here is my test bench of a sort. I'm going to start with the lights off, but these gigantic windows here, so this is a pretty well-lit room for a projector, to be honest, just to get a baseline so you can see what's going on. So here it is set up. You can see there. This is actually where I mean, this is obviously where I watch TV in the first place. My den area, so I have a big TV there. And then I have this set up here. We can test it out on a wall later, but we'll just get an idea here. So you can see there, you get your little gimbal thing. You can set it up. It's perfect, probably perfect height, to be honest, for this here. Very, very nice. Right now it's not plugged in, anything like that. So we'll come over here. And again, I'll close the lights in a minute, but let's just get it set up here. Okay, I'm back. So it's set up. It just went through Google. It didn't take long. These are some of the apps that I guess are just associated with my account. So movies, oh, it's like straight Google TV, very nice. So you get real Google TV, which is like what my actual TV is. It's not some weird off version of it. So you can come in here, you can set up more apps. When I set up, I installed the ones that I use, and I use all these. You get a full browser here, and yeah, you can watch YouTube videos and that. So here we are. Man, this is very clear. Holy smokes. You can see my hands in fine resolution. Okay, so this is pretty dark. I mean, there's a straight up light right there coming in with a lot of light coming in. So this is not a pitch black room by any means. The camera might show it this very dark, but I can see totally fine. But let's see how this looks here now with the lights off. Wow, that's a very vivid red. Holy smokes. So clearly 100% DCI-P color space is what they're shooting for here. Really nice darks for a projector, especially. Those reds are incredibly vibrant. This thing's going to be sick for watching movies and especially playing games. Holy smokes. You could do video editing on this. The colors are so good. Wow. Okay, hold on. This is shockingly good. Yeah, that's not even like, that is shockingly good. But it looks very crisp. Look at those greens. I really hope the camera is capturing this. This looks better than my like $700 computer monitor. Like, I'm not joking. It looks better than my monitor, straight up. That's a 4K screen, that's right in front of me. But because this is slightly further away from me, like I can't tell that this is less clear. And I have my glasses on. Look at that, holy crap. Wow. Again, it's not 4K, right? They have tons of 4K screen projectors, so if you want 4K, I mean, just buy one. I'm just very impressed with how bright that is, but more importantly, how great that color space is. Like, I mean, almost in all cases, you're going to be compromising on color space and, you know, vividness when you're looking at a projector. Especially, this thing is portable. It's tiny. It's the size of like a can of beans. Like, it literally is the size of like a can of tomato sauce is what we're looking at here. Okay. God, it's gonna get so loud. It's at 75 and it's 80. I don't want to turn it up all the way, it's gonna be too loud. Let's go 90. Wow. Holy crap, does that ever sound good? I want to take this thing apart, but I don't want to break it. But I need to see what kind of speakers are in there. Like I mean, the bass is kind of a speakery type thing, but that is such good sound. It's got a ton of bass. It's very rich. Like, it sounds like the kind of audio you'll get out of a sound bar, like an actual legitimate dedicated speaker, sound bar. It's like that. It's very impressive. Okay, and here we go. We're in a little Ratchet and Clank here. The audio is coming right out of the speaker right beside me, which is fantastic. I'm on, you know, just, this is my laptop here, but it could be a little handheld. It could be anything like that. And we're able to just play games, right? This is looking pretty good. Nice colors on it too. So right, vibrant games like this are gonna look fantastic. Of course, if you're playing something like retro, if you're doing some retro couch co-op, that would be really nice as well. You're gonna be able to play some pretty sweet. One thing you may wanna do, I mean, this is gonna be good for modern gaming. Like I said, you know, you have your little handheld there. You're able to play a lot of games on your device here. That's gonna be fantastic. You don't necessarily have to run a wire across your room to your little handheld here or your laptop, something like that. Of course, you can hook this up to, you know, Series X, Series S, PS5, whatever, right? The advantage here is, you know, this has a pretty low latency. I'm not noticing any latency here on the controls. I mean, it's not gonna be like 1 millisecond latency for, you know, professional Call of Duty. Must be 1 millisecond response time. You know, that is what it is, but I'm not noticing anything here. I picked a fast-paced game here too, so that I could really, you know, feel if there's any latency on the controller here. I'm using a controller, of course. You can see that there, and I'm not noticing any issues here. This looks good. I mean, this is a vibrant game, right? So now this is modern gaming, right? Like, imagine this now, you know, you get some emulation going, or you hook up, you know, an older console, get some couch co-op with some buddies, right? And the other nice thing is, you know, because this is going to be because this is a projector, it does add a little bit of softening, I would say, to some degree when you're playing games, like for emulation. Whereas if you were just ripping, you know, like 4K on like a big, massive 4K screen, sometimes emulation can look bad because, you know, those games were made at 1080p, 720p. If you're playing games that are older with not such high resolution, you're going to have a 4K screen that's going to be upscaling, and it can look pretty bad, right? So it's quite nice to be able to do, you know, modern gaming on this, of course, but, you know, retro gaming as well is going to be also pretty sweet here. It's kind of both. So yeah, this is pretty enjoyable, to be honest. I'm not noticing any latency, lag, whatever on the controller. It feels nice and tight for a game like this. So yeah, really, really nice experience here. Okay, so now I've set up this atmospheric speaker settings. So we can now get it working. What you need to do though is you actually need to tilt this speaker up. So you come back like this, and then you tilt this up. Okay, like that there. Right, give it a sec. Now it's in purple. Remember how I set it to purple? I'm just gonna back up because I'm really, really, really close. All right, you can see I set it to that pulsing mode there. Very cool. I believe we can go change the colors now with shortcut. There we go. Orange. Guess that was off. White. Blue. Yellow. Green. Pink, and then probably purple. Purple. Cool. Now I can play music if need be, and it should go with the music. I don't know if I can play a music app, because I think that's going to get me copyrighted, but we'll try this on YouTube on my phone. And it is pulsing to the music. It may not show up well on camera, but let's get a little closer. And as I said, this thing has really good audio. So you'd actually want to use this thing as a Bluetooth speaker. Like when you're done. So as I mentioned here, this thing has incredibly good audio, right? Like really, really, really good audio. So this is the type of thing that you actually would want. You know, you set it up in a corner, like a corner of the room over there, for example. You know, I stick it in the corner there. Use it like this as a speaker, right? I can even use it with, like, for example, a TV, with my computer, whatever, listening to music, hanging out with friends. Take it outside because it's a portable speaker. You know, you watch a show, maybe you're hanging out in the evening. You set this in a corner, which looks pretty dope. You guys are outside having, you know, having some drinks or something, heading outside, socializing, hanging out, whatever it is that you do with your friends. You have access to this really cool speaker. It's elevated up, so it's not gonna be sitting on the ground or anything like that. You get some nice spatial audio because it's sitting up high. It has incredibly good audio, so it works as an incredibly good Bluetooth speaker, right? Going on my phone, you get a little bit of light out of it just because it's nice, just for a little bit of ambiance, a little bit of vibe there. Very, very, very cool. Okay, now what I wanna do is install the Creative Optical Filter, which apparently when you install, it will automatically, showing my face, it will automatically tell me that it's ready to rumble and it's time to download the app. So I think that just goes on like that there. Just like that. It asked me something. I'm gonna have to turn off light so I can see what it says. Oh wow, look at that. So I just basically finalized the installation and that looks super freaking cool. I need to turn off some lights here and check it out on, I don't know, a ceiling or something maybe. It's super cool. It said it wanted to access my photos. So I don't know, maybe you can put other stuff up here, but this is pretty cool. No. Oh, what? It changes. That's so cool. So I guess, yeah, because you can probably download more of these, right? And I mean, this will obviously give you the idea that this thing projects very well on a wall. This is with the fisheye lens. It's kind of designed to be like that, so you get the 3D effect. But I mean, my roof up here is a super textured roof. So I mean, this thing's bright enough that if you took off the fisheye lens and just projected your, you know, your movie or whatever onto a wall or roof, I guess, wherever you want to put it. I'm hitting left and right. Where's the camera? Can you see me? Yeah, left and right will change it. So I just hit right. I think it'll do it on its own eventually, but oh, me and roller coasters don't mix. Oh, wow. It's so cool though. So many. Oh wow, this is gorgeous. I mean, obviously this one is fantastic. Nebula. And the star one. Oh, that was a different star one. A galaxy. Jellyfish. That's pretty. Ooh, they change color. Did the actual jellyfish change color? Plants. Water reflecting, sun reflecting off the water. Road. House. Fireworks. This thing is so freaking cool. I don't know. A spinning fire thing. Yeah, so I mean, there you go. That's pretty freaking cool. And it also shows off the fact that you can project on, you know, just like a wall. And it's going to look quite well. So, all right. So let's, I don't know. I think at this point we can, you know, close this out and do a little discussion of this really, frankly, really cool product. So let's finish the video here. I'm just going to come in and talk about what do I think about this here. The XGIMI MoGo 3 portable projector here. Very, very, very cool. I mean, let's just talk about it without the stand. The actual projector itself is fantastic. The image quality is really good, actually quite good. Very clear. It's 1080p, but it's native 1080p. Very clear. Hopefully it comes across on camera how vibrant those reds were, those greens were. That's really showing me that this is going into a DCI-P3 color space, not even sRGB. It's beautiful color, which is incredibly useful for things like playing video games, because you want to have vibrant color if you're playing video games, and watching media. Obviously, you're watching media on a screen, you're going to want to have really good color. So this thing is awesome for that. So I mean, the actual visual quality of this, outstanding, truly outstanding. From what I've used, it's the nicest projector I've ever used in terms of visual quality, period. Like, it's just period. it has good sharpness, but the colors are just outstanding. So that's just right there. The audio is shockingly good as well. Very, very good. I mean, it's so good that they're turning it into a Bluetooth speaker. Then you get this really cool stand thing. You can hook up this stand here, plug it in, get portable battery with you. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool, right? Take it with you, plug it in, you get the battery. You want to go into projector mode, you just flip this up, right? You're in projector mode. Now all of a sudden that'll come up in a second there. Once it switches over, I'm going to be watching a show. And then I'm like, all right, no, I'm done. Let's put it back into audio mode, hook it up to my phone, listen to some music. Pretty cool. Flip it all the way up, right? There's lots of cool things you can do with it. It's just overall a really, we're up on the roof there, really cool product. I mean, it's just nice, right? It's not going to be as cheap as some of those cheapo projectors you can get. You know, you go on Amazon, you see those projectors like $100, $120. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call them e-waste a lot of the time. They'll do the job, I guess, like for a generic whatever, usually muddy picture, just like give it to one of your kids, whatever, just like take it. You're probably going to break it, it's fine. But if you're looking for like serious, like actually serious projector, this is kind of what you want to get into. And not only for outdoors and like moving around type use. I mean, I'm not going to be using this outdoors very often. I'm going to be using this indoors very often because it's super freaking cool. Like, right? It's awesome for me. And I'm actually going to be using it probably as a Bluetooth speaker as well. So this thing is super cool. Super cool. I'm going to put some links down in the video description down below. If I can get any affiliate links or anything like that, I'll put them down below as well, which would help me out with my channel. If they are, I'll let you guys know that they are. I'll also provide direct links if that's not something you're interested in. But this thing is legitimately very cool, right? It's not going to be the cheapest thing in the world, but it's also not expensive for what it is.